Hey, what's up? Always before you here. On the lake today, fishing. And I wanted to show you my canoe. There it is. This is an excellent canoe. I absolutely love it. I just totally love this canoe. I don't see any reason why I'm not going to own this thing forever. This canoe is made by a company called Sportspal, and seeing that I'm in it right now, I can't show you the outside. And, well, I guess I can. No, that thing doesn't tell you the name of the manufacturer, but it's made by a company called Sportspal. It's a sporting canoe. It's really wide. It may not come across so wide here in the video, but it is a pretty wide canoe, not built for speed, built solely for stability. Just make sure I don't hit these rocks here. It's the 14-foot model. It comes in this, they call this the birch bark color, and it's kind of like a tan with these, well, you could say simulated birch bark. It's just paint, but the color's real nice. It's a nice subtle color, kind of camouflage. And what I really like about this canoe is, you know, I'm standing in it. That's pretty much how I fish all the time when I'm in it. Put my feet out to the sides a little bit, and I can rock pretty good. I mean, that's intentional. I'm really trying to go back and forth, and no problems at all. I just, even when I have my trolling motor on, sometimes I just stand as I'm going along, and it's just the main thing in this canoe is stability. It's a wonderful, wonderful fishing canoe. They also market it as a great hunting canoe. If you go to the website, if you Google Sportspal or Meyers Canoe, you'll find distributors and of this model here. Some of the unique features of it are what we see here on the floor. I have all my fishing gear out here, so try to just ignore that. What you have is this foam, and I believe this foam is a ½ an inch thick, and then you have these aluminum ribs which span pretty much the whole canoe, giving it structural stability and also keeping the foam in place. Okay. On the outside, let's see if I can hold this off a little bit. You have those foam I don't know, spontoons, I'm not sure what they are. Basically they're just additional stabilizers. If you were to tip this thing, you know, push it down really far such that this would hit the water, that'll give you just a little bit more stability from having the canoe tip over. It's not that it's impossible to tip. They market it as, I guess, almost impossible to tip. You really have to try to do it. You can fall out of a canoe, but to tip it, to capsize it, is exceedingly difficult. The canoe, when you buy it as a package, you get the nice Sportspal oars. That's their logo. These seats, these bench seats, have the same material, kind of like foam on top. These are pre-installed, and that's on new ones. I had an older model of these. I had one that I bought used, and it was probably already 15 or 20 years old. I had a 12-foot prior to this, and I think just as of recently they come with these seats now. You have the one up front, then you have the one that I'm using back here. You have handles in front, or in rear and in front. That thing there, they say is something for rope, basically to tie it down. Maybe when you're anchoring, I'm not entirely sure. And you have these two structural membranes here, one there and one there. That's pretty much it. The seats are really comfortable. This foam really gives a good amount. It also comes with this trolling motor mount, which mounts to pre-drilled holes there. You just have to put in the screws and the nuts on the other side, and then that board is already on there, and you just attach your trolling motor 1, 2, 3. I'm using this is one that I got actually with my previous canoe. This model here is a Minn Kota, has 24 pounds of thrust. It's old, I don't think they make this, I'm almost certain they don't make this anymore. I think they start at 30 now. But my particular combo here, if anybody's interested, is really, really good for a canoe. I have this this Minn Kota battery box, and this is pretty cool because you can test your charge. Let's see what we got here. I don't know if I can do it. Here we go. So you could always test the charge, see what you have in real time. And inside I have a Optima Blue Top. It's the I forget the exact part number. It's like something 34M, DC 34M, something like that. It's great. It's great. I use this thing full throttle. Sometimes I'm on bigger lakes and I can stay on it almost at full throttle, which would be 24 pounds of thrust, for a good hour and a half, almost 2 hours. And at that point the battery will be, it'll say it's on red, it'll say it's out, but it's still, it doesn't cut off on me. So I like going with the lighter weight thrust motor on a canoe, because you just don't need 30. I mean, it's nice, it gets you there a little bit faster, but you don't need it if you're on these small bodies of water. Today we're in northern New Jersey. This is Lake Wawayanda. It's a real beautiful place. Fishing's been a little bit slow, but I'm here in the middle of the day, which I'm not so happy about. So got one nice pickerel. But anyway, that's the canoe. This is a Sportspal 14 foot. This is the double-ended model. You know, you see you have a traditional end there and a traditional end here. There's also a what they call a transom mount, whereas the back is basically squared off, and then the trolling motor would go in line with the canoe. Okay, that has slightly different dimensions, but otherwise it's everything on the inside is the same. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I just want to show you from this vantage point the canoe. And while I'm recording, how much time? Yeah, give me just a second. I'm going to show you, I'm going to put the trolling motor on, this way we could see how it does. I just have to pull up the anchor. Give me 1 second here. Okay. I highly recommend these small little, this anchor I think is 1.5 pounds, and they fold up like that, and then when you throw them they deploy. I got 2 of these, you know, 2.5 pound anchors, and being that they dig in, it's really all you need, even for a canoe like this. I'm just going to throw it in reverse right now, get away from this wall. Okay. This one here has 4 settings. We're going to be heading in, so I'm going to turn this guy around right now. And there we go. And yeah, see, I mean, I could stand, I'm standing now, it's no problem at all. Sometimes I even kind of just lean over to adjust this thing. Just turn this out of, I got some weeds coming up here. And just give you a better view. So yeah, so that's my setup, and this is a great canoe. Anybody thinking about getting a canoe for fishing, look at the Sportspal models. They're all aluminum. Oh, I forgot to mention, one of the best things about these canoes is they're ultra lightweight. This 14-foot model weighs in at 58 pounds. I carry it by myself. I just throw it on my shoulder or over my head. The 12-foot that I had prior to this came in at 48 pounds. So they're really lightweight, but they're not flimsy. You know, you don't want to ram it into a rock. It's not like, you know, one of the plastic ones, you know, but you pay a price penalty. Those are usually like, you know, 70, 80, 90 pounds. But 58 pounds for a 14-foot canoe. That's with the seats and everything in it. It's just awesome. It's absolutely awesome. Yeah, you can trek this in on some trails if you really can't get to the water. I almost forgot to mention it. That was the main reason. You know, it wasn't just the width that I got this canoe. It was the fact that it was light and wide. So I guess that's going to be it. Okay. Just one last shot of the trolling motor there, which works exceedingly well. We're ready way off that shore. That's where we were just filming from. Just a minute ago, we were right there, up against that land. We're ready over here. Little 24-pound thrust guy. And we're gonna head in. So that's it. Always before you. Signing off.